From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
He killed a mother in a hit-and-run crash. Today, he makes an emotional apology before he learns how long he will spend in prison. It's decision day for O.J. Simpson, who could be released from prison as early as October if he is granted parole. But first, if you've been outside, you know it is a warm and muggy start to this afternoon, and there is some chance that we could see some rain or maybe severe. Of course, I'm standing right next to the person who has all of the answers over here in the Weather Center with meteorologist Brandon Rue. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and tinkering with all of your equipment over here. How are we looking?
Well, luckily the severe threat has gone down a little bit, which is nice, but it's this extreme heat of concern. Whew. Heat stress and then heat-induced thunder showers, so it's sort of a double whammy, but I think the heat probably the bigger threat for us.
And just how hot we will get, let's get to Brandon's forecast now and find out.
Yeah, it's 82 now, but it feels like 85. The humidity is at 65%. Yesterday at this hour, it was at 56%, so you see we've bumped it up a little bit. West-southwest winds at about 9 miles an hour, and those have been gusting at times 15 to 30. That hot air, hair dryer kind of effect, just blowing this warm, muggy air in. And the skies that will try to clear at times, not necessarily a good thing because it just allows temps to really start to heat up. 85 degrees is the heat index at Metro. It's 84 as a feels-like temperature on Grosse Ile. Basically getting into the 90s through the afternoon, a lot like yesterday. 89 feeling like 97 later this afternoon. It's going to take these clouds to thin out and that hazy sunshine to really warm us up. And again, that's not good as far as heat stress issues, but it also can fire up a few storms that could be strong. So we advise limiting caffeine and alcohol, the dehydration, lots of water instead, and wear the loose, light-fitting clothing and make sure you get near air conditioning. Rhonda will talk about those storm chances this afternoon and beyond coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. In less than 1 hour, O.J. Simpson will appear before the Nevada Parole Board for a hearing that is expected to lead to his October release from prison. Jay Gabe reports from outside of Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada, where Simpson has spent the past 8.5 years.
Here's how the brief hearing is expected to play out. During a video conference, Simpson will address 4 members of the parole board in Carson City. 2 more panelists will be watching in Las Vegas. They'll likely also hear from a friend or relative of Simpson, plus one of the victims from his robbery, Bruce Fromong, who's expected to recommend Simpson be released. The panel will also review his risk assessment. During his last hearing in 2013, Simpson was deemed low risk, and officials say he's been a model inmate with no disciplinary issues.
The fact that he's a model prisoner doesn't mean he's a model citizen. And
Chris Darden was one of the prosecutors in the so-called trial of the century when Simpson was acquitted in the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown and friend Ron Goldman. He says the parole board has a tough task today.
These are people who believe in law and who believe in justice, and justice ain't killing 2 people, butchering 2 people, and getting away with it.
But even the prosecutor who put him behind bars says Simpson will likely win his freedom.
He has spent 9 years in prison on a robbery charge, which is a pretty significant stay in the Nevada State Prison. This was his first conviction, and so it's likely that they will parole him.
If that's the case, Simpson's earliest release date would be October 1st. If his parole is denied, Simpson will have to wait at least a year for his next hearing. Jay Gray, NBC News, Lovelock, Nevada.
The parole hearing is expected to get underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and you can watch it live on our website, clickondetroit.com, and the Local 4 Facebook page as well. A man learns that he will spend at least the next 5 years in prison for killing a mother in a hit and run in Sterling Heights. Julian Janai stood before a judge today to hear his sentencing. In August of 2015, Linda Kaya, she and her teen son were crossing near the intersection of 14 Mile and Ryan Roads when police say that Janai's Cadillac hit them and kept on going. Kaya, she later died from her injuries while her son, who is nonverbal, recovered. Janai was later arrested after his Cadillac was found in Highland Park. Today, he apologized for his actions.
I just want everyone to know that since this happened, it's been very hard for me to live with this, and I wish it never happened, and I just want them to know that I'm very sorry. I didn't mean.
The judge sentenced him to 71 months to 15 years in prison. A firefighter is hospitalized after getting hurt while battling a house fire on Detroit's west side. The fire broke out at a home on Rosemont near McNichols and the Southfield Freeway. No one was in the home at the time, but when the fireman went into the house, he fell into a hole in the floor. He was rushed to Sinai Grace Hospital. No word yet on the extent of his injuries, but we're told that he is expected to be okay. Thank goodness for that. A standoff with police ends peacefully on Detroit's east side after shots are fired inside of a home. Those shots were fired on Lands Street. This is near East Outer Drive. The gunman barricaded himself inside of the home when police responded. Eventually, he surrendered to officers and no one was hurt. A police chase on Detroit's west side ends when a car hits a gas meter. And this is what the scene looked like this morning on Freeland Street, just south of 8 Mile. The crash caused one home to evacuate as crews repaired a leak. No one was hurt, and police are still searching for that driver. Also on Detroit's west side, a group of thieves attempted to steal an ATM from the Chase Bank off of 8 Mile Road just east of the Southfield Freeway. The thieves used a U-Haul truck to try and pull the ATM, causing, as you can see, a whole lot of damage, but it's unclear if they actually got away with any money. The police are now searching, though, for that truck involved. New at noon, skateboarding legend Tony Hawk has teamed up with Dan Gilbert's Bedrock to bring a skate park right here in downtown Detroit. Here is a look at the design by Tony Hawk. It's a 4,600 square foot project called Wayfinding Skate Park, and it will also include a public art installation. The park will be built in the area of Farmer and Monroe, which is about 1 block northeast of Campus Martius Park. It will open on August 16th and stay open until January of next year when Bedrock begins a massive development in that area. Sounds like a whole lot of fun for a lot of people. Still ahead, a package is finally delivered after 14 years. What UPS says about the mix-up and how the package was finally discovered. A wild brawl breaks out in the middle of a New York City street. New at noon, the video that helped investigators find a driver who was armed with a machete. But first, President Trump slams Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Special Counsel Robert Mueller in a fiery New York Times interview. That's next. Oh, welcome back, everybody. President Donald Trump is making headlines today for bold statements he made in a new interview with the New York Times. Among them are a warning to Special Counsel Robert Mueller not to probe his finances and also blast Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Let's get to Sarah Dayloff with more from Washington.
The wide-ranging interview comes as Trump marks 6 months in office and continues to deal with heavy scrutiny concerning the Russia investigation. In President Donald Trump's interview with the New York Times, sharp criticism for one of his earliest backers in Washington. Trump saying he never would have appointed Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Sessions should have never recused himself. And if he was going to recuse himself, he should have told me before he took the job, and I would have picked somebody else.
There was more criticism for Special Counsel Robert Mueller, who's conducting the Russia inquiry. Trump warning him about looking into family finances.
He would not say that he would fire Mueller, but he called it a violation, and he said it was a red line.
I don't make money from Russia. In fact, I put out a letter saying that I don't make from one of the most highly respected law firms and accounting firms.
The interview comes amid the revelation President Trump had a second, previously undisclosed encounter with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Germany. One the White House has downplayed, saying Trump met with leaders from many nations. And the news former campaign manager Paul Manafort and Donald Trump Jr. will testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee next week. The president still defending his son's meeting with a Russian lawyer at Trump Tower in June.
He did not know about the meeting, but that if he had known, he probably would have said, go ahead and do it.
Senior Trump advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner will be interviewed by the Senate Intelligence Committee staff in a closed session on Monday. The New York Times is reporting that banking regulators are probing hundreds of millions of dollars in loans to Trump from Deutsche Bank. The bank believed to be key in understanding the president's finances. Sarah Dolph, NBC News, Washington.
Today, Attorney General Sessions responded to the president's comments, saying that he will continue to stay on as Attorney General as long as appropriate. Let's go to New York City, where a man has been arrested after he was caught on a camera swinging a machete at another man. A witness captured the incident on his cell phone as the two men clashed in the street fight on Wednesday morning in Manhattan. It's not clear what started the brawl. When police tracked down the man in the white shirt, they found a gun and a machete. He's now facing charges of assault, criminal mischief, and criminal possession of a weapon and menacing. It's never fun getting a package late, but try 14 years late. On July 11th, Dave Taggart got a package delivered to his Salt Lake City home. And it was a poster that he ordered back in 2003. The beat-up poster, the beat-up package, I should say, looked like it had been around for a long time. There were some clues that showed that it had some recent activity, though, such as a tracking sticker with a 2017 date next to the original 2003 sticker. UPS says it's working to find out what happened all those years. Still ahead, DTE Energy is kicking off 4 days of fun with the opening of its new downtown Detroit park. Coming up, we'll catch up with Andrew Humphrey, who is at Beacon Park for the grand opening celebration. A beautiful day for it, Brandon. Hope they have a lot of water there, though.
That's our main concern today is the heat and heat stress, but they're not overdoing it at the DTE block party. We've got cooler weather ahead, but we need to get through a couple of days of heat, humidity, storm chances next.
Okay. For a guy who is synonymous with being either dumb or dumber, Jeff Daniels has been awfully smart about a lot of things. His choices in roles, his choice to make his home in Chelsea, and his choice to start a theater there, his beloved Purple Rose.
For me, it becomes more and more valuable every day to hang on to places like the Purple Rose who do it well. So I keep throwing my time and effort at it.
But that means finding ways to raise money for the Purple Rose, and this year Jeff is willing to come to your house. We'll explain tonight at 11 on Local 4.
Well, we want to encourage everybody to get our Local 4 Storm Pins app. This is a great app for this kind of thing. I know Rhonda was saying she didn't see any storm activity yesterday. Most of it was south of us, but this is over in Ypsilanti and a thunderstorm cloud yesterday afternoon. Woo, that's a dark one. We love to see your pictures of storms and really anything, but it's a social media way for us to share information as the storms are coming through and what they're capable of. And when we have chances today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Local 4 Storm Pins in your app store under WDIV. 82 right now, hazy sunshine mixed with some clouds. It feels like 85. The humidity is up. And again, our primary concern is with the heat and heat stress. Anybody working outside or thinking they're going to do a little extra work outside today, just take it easy. A lot of water and a lot of breaks. A marginal risk for severe weather. That's the weakest risk category, and that is some good news. But it doesn't take much when we bubble up the atmosphere with heat and humidity to get a small handful of storms this afternoon after 2 o'clock that are capable of some damaging wind, lightning, maybe even some small hail. But again, getting back to the heat issue, 89, the forecast high, feels more like 97. Overnight tonight, staying warm, down to 71 degrees, and that's all right. I mean, it's not great sleeping weather here, and really we don't have much of that until maybe Sunday. Earlier this morning, we were tracking some showers that were coming out of the west, just fizzling out and then taking a dive down to the south. Watching a little stationary front, too, so there are a couple of things at play here. Both the clouds receding, heat bubbling up the atmosphere, very unstable, and then we have this boundary, where exactly it will set up, and the shower and storms with it. It's a little bit of a myth, or a mystery at this point. As we look ahead, the models do not have a very good handle on this type of storm development. So just know that storm chances are possible this afternoon on the strong side. Tomorrow, I think we're going to get through most of the day dry, but Friday night into early Saturday, we have some heavy rain potential and even some spotty storms Saturday afternoon that could be on the strong side. We'll start to clear things out, and boy, do we look good starting Sunday and especially into next week. We want to send it out live to meteorologist Andrew Humphrey, who is at the brand new grand opening of DTE's Beacon Park. Andrew?
Thank you very much, Brandon. Boy, are we having a great time out here or what? Everyone say hi, Detroit. Hi, Detroit! We are out here at the brand new Beacon Park right here in downtown Detroit, the corner of Cass and Grand River, right in the heart of downtown, right next to DTE Energy headquarters. It's a private-public partnership, and I've got here with us Nancy Moody. Nancy Moody is an executive over at DTE Energy. She opened up today's grand opening. How did it feel welcoming folks and having the opening today?
It feels just like that excitement you are exhibiting right now. It was awesome.
Everyone else is excited too, right? Yeah! Now, what makes a park like this so special?
It is fabulous because it's for everyone. Look at the crowd. It is for everyone, and we will have events for everyone all weekend.
And that's a great name, Beacon Park. Why is it Beacon Park?
So number one reason, we want this park to be a beacon of hope, a beacon for attraction of economic development in this downtown west side. We're excited about what can be built around us now.
That's right, and the excitement is not only for today with today's grand opening, it's actually a grand opening weekend. What can people expect the whole weekend?
Tons of fun, food trucks, music, headliner bands, light shows that are just out of this world. Lots of fun for the little ones. Saturday's fun day for kids. I mean, that's the teeter-totters that illuminate and make sound.
And not just for the weekend. Will those be permanent installations here at the park for beyond the weekend?
For the summer. They're here for the summer, and they're traveling around the world, only the third time in the U.S. We're excited about them.
Fantastic. Nancy Moody, thank you very much. Thank you for DTE Energy working with the city of Detroit to open up Beacon Park today, Friday afternoon, all weekend long. Come on down, everybody. We got food, folks, fun, wonderful music, but most of all, the people, the families. Everyone having a great time? Yeah! Everyone please say, back to you, Rhonda.
Back to you, Rhonda. Oh, nice touch, Andrew. Thank you. And what a great time out there. And big thanks to DTE for giving us just another place to enjoy here in downtown Detroit, along with the city of Detroit and their collaboration as well. Still ahead, a couple strikes out during a gender reveal party. What went wrong that had the father-to-be quickly apologizing to his wife? We'll be right back.
100 point.